Telah qua cờ lừa Nê ta chân nê ba cờ kê sơ ba nê đà nơ đà nê đà.
My name is Plah Min. I'm a refugee from Burma, Karen State. Currently living in Thailand, Burma border. I have been in Thailand since 1984 when I was 12 years old. I started to go to school when I was inside Burma in Karen resistant liberated area. I continued to study in Thailand in the refugee camps until I finished high school, the only available highest education for refugees at that time. Afterward, I started to work as teacher, NGO worker, and now serving my fellow refugees in education sector. All education, resistant group control education, and refugee living in Thailand education. Ethnic people from Burma who do not want to be subject to the government, they escape and hide in the resistant armed groups controlled area. And they are called internally displaced persons or IDPs. There are schools for IDP kids, but because of lack of security, there are not adequate education support in terms of school facilities, learning materials, etc. Citizens who flee and be refugees in Thailand, like me, are having greater security in terms of life threatening by Burmese government troops and the like. However, with the fear of interstate migration, Thailand confines refugees in a designated area with limited movement. In terms of education, the refugees teach themselves and no internationally recognized tertiary education available in the refugee camp. OUA offers us this opportunity. My work. I am working with the Education Department of the Karen Refugee Committee, which is the overall supervision of refugees and run by Karen, who flee from Burma themselves. I'm a secretary of the Education Department, we call Education Entity of the KRC. The role of the department is to formulate education policy, implementing them, and conduct advocacy for refugee education. My OUA study. I was accepted as OUA Burma Project Scholarship student in 2010. I'm undertaking Bachelor of Business in Economics major at OUA to formalize and expand my academic knowledge and to create more opportunity with regards to the career progression. The OUA Burma Project is the only higher education opportunity for people like us who are in workplace along the Thai-Burma border. I hope I can finish my study and thank you.
Bisa